Okay, so we'll get started. So what I'm going to start with is just saying hello, and again, thank you for joining us. I know it's like the day right before a long weekend, but what gotta gets done, gotta gets done. Everyone needs to know how to use the platform because next week we start. But Today, we're going to go through everything you need to know to be as prepared and to succeed with our events coming up for the first 2 weeks of April. We have 4 events coming up. What I have on the screen right now is our USA event. So this will be for April 7th. Most of the events have, or all of the events have the same layout. So this is just the graphics that are for this event. What we're going to start with today, the first thing I want to talk about are a couple emails that you should have received. The first one would have been one entitled your virtual portal access. So this is the portal, or this is the actual live event that students see, which is what I have on the screen right now. And then you should have received a second email, which was entitled your exhibitor portal. And that's where you edit everything for this front end right here. And if you're a speaker, you would have also received a third email entitled your speaker portal. And that is where you would edit everything for your session that we have coming up. Okay. So if you didn't get those emails, normally as we get closer to the date, what we'll see is you'll see kind of those emails being resent. So just in case anyone missed them or can't find them, but if you don't seem to find them, they won't be from me. They'll actually be from our system. So it should be entitled no reply at feedloop, which is spelled the way in the bottom left-hand corner here, powered by feedloop. It's from the system. Okay. So definitely look for that in your inbox, search for feedloop, and then each event has their own kind of title there. Okay. So, and if you are registered for more than one event of ours, you will receive separate emails for each event. Also, since before I kind of deep dive into everything here, I just want to also mention that please, if you have any questions throughout, I like to make this as interactive as possible. So drop things down in the chat box and the Q&A box, and I'll be sure to have those there for you and answer anything that's there. I know we have some great conversation going on so far in there. So you're welcome. I'm happy I can help, and communication is one of the keys to success. So any way to improve communication, I'm here for. So the first thing we're going to go through is your exhibitor portal. So the exhibitor portal looks like this. You'll open up to, sorry, I was just doing some stuff there, but you'll open up to the main page, which is the information page. This is the page you'll see. I have a couple tabs open for examples from our most previous event, which was our global fair on March 1st and 2nd. So if you're like, oh, like this isn't for that event, yes, we do use previous event information for these sessions just to make sure that we have kind of like a full event here. So you'll get this first information page, just a little welcome message from us. And then when you click on this second tab here, exhibitor instructions and information, the first instruction is print this. I suggest that. Print this page. It goes through everything you need to do to help get set up and to make sure that kind of you've done everything, check it off as you do it. Got it? Amazing. The next thing I want to go through here is the next page. And everything in this instruction tab here, we're going to actually go through. So the next thing here, edit your profile. Just wait for it to load. Okay. Okay, sorry, I'm also reading Q&A questions as we go along. I will get to everyone's questions. General, this is the general tab here. This is your organization name. So each school will have their own name in there. If it's spelled incorrectly for some reason, send me an email and I'll change that, because anything that's like not editable, only I can change. So that is one of them. The next here is your tagline. Also, if you hover over these boxes, as you can see, you'll see a little bit of a description of what we're looking for. So the tagline, our tagline is exploring opportunities. It goes there. If your school doesn't have a tagline, make something up, something catchy. A lot of times I'll see even some taglines which are in relation to sports teams. So, like go Eagles or something like that. Be a part of our Eagle family, something like that. It's just an example. The next here is your description. So this is going to be on your profile, and it's just a little rundown of what they can expect and to give them a little bit of an idea of your school and your community there. The next is the email here. So I would make this like a general inbox, like I have here, the support email, which has been updated. It's now virtual support at Worldwide College Tours. But this email is what students will click into, or what under your contact buttons. If they click email, it'll go directly to this email. So you can put your email, or I also suggest putting general, like admissions at or international admissions at, just to make sure, whatever works best for your institution. Keywords. So keywords are very important when it comes to students like looking for your institution or looking for an institution that meets their needs. So, these are just some that we have as an example. International recruitment, that's what we do. Global studies, study abroad. So if what like a good thing here to put is sciences, arts, if you offer those types of things. Maybe put countries or regions you're looking to attract. Maybe put sports teams that you have, like those types of things. Anything that students can type in, or you think they would type in the search bar, and that, oh, I offer that. So in case they type for that, I should put this in here. That's what you need. You can put as many as you want and just separate them by adding commas. Awesome. The next thing here is your address. Very simple. For the mobile phone, I will mention, we suggest if you have a line that students can reach you by text, that might be something to put there. Okay, links. So you have your website, pretty self-explanatory, your Twitter, your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your Instagram, super explanatory. YouTube video. You can only post one YouTube video, which is related to your school. That can be, welcome to our school, or it can be like, learn more about our programs, but you cannot post a channel link. If you post your YouTube channel link, it won't, like nothing will happen. And then external meeting link. So with the external meeting link, some people put like Calendly or like Zoom calendar links here, whatever you can if you want. Like, we don't not suggest it. The only thing I would suggest is, these virtual fairs, we like to say, kind of it's in the moment. So if you don't have, or like have your meetings, like connect with as many students as you can during the fair, and maybe make those meetings for available times after the fair as like follow-up meetings sort of thing, so that when you're on the platform and when you're there to like speak to as many students, you can do so on the platform and actually have a video chat on the platform. And then always remember to save. When you click save, your profile saves. When you don't click save, I know when I first started, I didn't know that there was these save and submit buttons, and I was just changing things, and then things weren't updating, and I was like, oh, where'd it go? Where'd all my work go? So there's always a save button. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is the next tab here, which is edit design. And this is where you go through everything for your like images. So like we have here for your logo, enter or put a high quality logo. There's not really, I know I got some questions via email, like what are the specifications for the logo, and what you see here is the only specifications. Like it's pretty basic for logos, just transparent and no white spaces and high quality, obviously. The thumbnail. So our thumbnail is this W. So this can be like an icon that your school associates with. Makes sense. And all the specifications are listed just here as well for each. And I'll explain how all of this kind of looks on the live site in just a second. I just want to make sure I go through everything that you should be inputting first. And then we have your banner. So your banner is at the top of your profile. It's at the top, followed by your institution name. And so this can be, I've seen landscapes, I've seen like students, like kind of pictures of students chatting. I've seen logos. I've seen various number of things. It's anything that you have that you want to kind of put to be like, wow, this is our university or college. We look gorgeous. That's what you want to put there. And then your promotional video, this is going to go above your YouTube video. And this is not a YouTube link. This is actually something that you have downloaded and that you want to attach. And it'll play like directly on the platform. So it doesn't like play from YouTube or anything like that. And then save. Okay. And then on the side here, you'll actually also see a preview of what your booth looks like, but it's just a preview. So it doesn't actually, like it looks much like cleaner than this and obviously bigger, but this is just kind of what it would look like. So you have your banner at the top here, your organization name, tagline here, all these contact or the social links that I mentioned earlier, your profile information and how they can contact you. You have your any attachments, which I'll go through. This is the description that I mentioned, and this is your well, we put a YouTube video here, and so if you had a promotional video, it'll just go right on top. So you can have two videos in this section here. Okay, the next one, assigned tasks. Okay, I have some messages. Should I see? Could you mention again the 3 emails? Okay, yeah. So a message from Kathy. Could you mention again the 3 emails that will be received following our registration? So once you have registered, about I would say like a month or actually about 2 weeks. I like to send them. So a month out, I start planning and actually building the platform, and then about 2 weeks before, you'll see these emails come in, which would be the first one is your virtual portal, which is the live platform. Then you'll have your exhibitor portal, which is which I'm talking about right now, and this reflects on the live site. And then we have the speaker portal. And your speaker portal is where you edit everything regarding to your speaking session. Okay. Yeah, perfect. How do you get to the speaker portal? Yes, it's in the email. Okay, keep coming with your questions. I think I have more in the Q&A, but I'll stop reading them and continue for a second, and then I'll jump back into the Q&A and chat in just a second. So this assigned task. So this is everything you also have to get done. It's a live checklist, okay? So add your tagline and organization description. That is all done in the edit profile section. I mentioned that already. And then we had add contact email, also in that edit profile section. Add the keywords. These are your search filters, or what students search for, I should say, not your filters. Filters are different. And then we have add contact information, add your links, add your designs, upload your files. We'll go through that in a second, and then select your filters. So once you complete them, let's see if I unclick it. Perfect. So if I'm done it, confirm, and you get bada bing, confetti. Exactly. So, and if you don't, so please, everyone, if you can actually go and click when these are done, that would be amazing, because I also see when you haven't completed your stuff, and then I will be like, hey, can you complete this? And then sometimes we get really close to the event and I'm like, you still haven't completed it. So please check off, because you might have done it, but on my side, it's showing that you haven't because it's not completed. So please click completed when you've done it. Awesome. Okay, and then we have file uploads. So files are shown, I'll actually go here into that preview. Files are shown right here under your profile, the booth representative profile. You'll see the files right before the description. So this can be anything that you want to upload, like your admissions documents, like flyers and stuff like that. You know, if you have a flyer about, you know, scholarships available, financial assistance, sports teams, upload them all. Do it. You can put as many as you want. And it gives the students as much information as possible. You do not want to make your profile look uh, uh, what's the right word? Have little information. You want to put as much information as possible so that the students can see, get everything that they're looking for, save what they need, note everything they got, contact you, and then put their application through while they're on the platform. Why not? There you go. So for the file name, this is how it's going to, the file is going to appear on your profile. So this was our flyer, so we called it Winter Global Virtual Fair Flyer with the dates. So that could be here. So, or you can put like scholarships, you know, something like that. And then that's what they will see. You upload here by choosing, and then you add it, and then it goes here. Awesome. And download, delete as you need. And then we have your search filters, which is what I was mentioning. So for the filters, we have about 91. This event in specific is a little short of that, just because this is for studying in the USA. Or sorry, this was for the global. So it actually should have all 91 in here. And then all these are what students can click to narrow down their search. Another way for them to narrow down your search. There's two ways. There's the keywords, which they can type, and then there's the filters, which they can click. So for these, we have anything from region to degrees, diplomas, sports, programs, scholarship information, application fee waiver. Yeah, so just click them, and then so when students go through the filters and they start clicking everything, the more filters you have clicked, which are relevant to your school, might I add, the more chances of students actually finding your school. Okay, and then the last thing is the announcements. Oh, so for the filters, on average, I see schools clicking between probably 20 to 30, but I mean, as much as are relevant to you. And these are just the announcements that we post on the live platform. They'll also show up here if you're kind of going in between everything. And then right under the announcements, we have contact details if you need me for anything, especially during the event. Feel free to give me a call or send me an email, and I'll assist you as fast as I can. Okay, so that's the exhibitor portal, and now I'm going to go into the speaker portal, and then we will hop into the live portal or the live platform. So I'm just going in here, and so I have a speaker of ours who up here who actually speaks with us a lot, and I just have her profile here as an example because she was a live speaker for this event. So the first page again here, a little welcome message, and then on the next tab here we have your instructions. Again, for all our speakers out there, print the screen. Print this, check off everything as you go through. So that's the instructions. Then we're going to go into my profile. For the profile, you have your name, your email, all that jazz. This is your profile, the way it will appear on the live site. For exhibitors, I'll show you how that's different. We only have this in the portal for the speakers because they have a separate section where they show their details within their session. So yeah, upload your picture, put a little description, and put your contact details, and then you save that. Also, my profile, this section is not mandatory. And then the next tab here is the info session. So this is actually the session, the live session. And so what we're actually updating here is the profile page specifically for the info session. So not your exhibiting booth. This is specifically for the info session profile. So if you're in a group session, you collaboratively put your information in, and it puts all your information for all the speakers in one profile. Okay, so you have your session title here. You have the time and date for your session. That's your profile. Here's the session title, and here's the description for your session, which all has been run through me at this point. We put in the session title and the session description. Please do not change it unless you tell me either beforehand, or once you tell me, I will change it for you. Okay? Perfect. Then we have your assigned tasks, and this is similar to the exhibitor portal, but for the speaker portal, there's only 3. There's only 3 tasks. Then add all your profile details. For your solo, for only the solo sessions, update your session information, and then for adding the session files. So for the session files, similar to the exhibiting files, you can put specific files that are relevant to your topic or to your presentation directly on the info session profile. So she had some documents she wanted to share for the session, so those are there. And then remember, if you're a speaker, and you can even mention those files to the students while you're speaking. So you can say, hey, you can find this document on the info session page. I've uploaded it there, so you can download it directly from the platform. And then we have our, again, announcements. So all the announcements that are posted on the live platform will be also posted here, and will also be posted in your exhibitor portal. So those are those two pages. The next thing I'm going to get into, which is the fun jazz, is your the live platform once it loads. One second. Let's see what's up here. We'll just wait there while that's loading. Perfect. We're in the global. Okay. While that's loading, I'll answer some questions. Okay. Yeah, so I have a question here that says, is there a way to change the profile name so it reflects my name and not my director's? Yes. So if you are the booth representative for your school, and I have someone else's name, that means that you weren't listed on my documentation. So just send me an email saying that I will be the booth rep for my school, and then I'll change your details so it's not his or her information or it's your information, and so that when students see you, they'll actually see your name and your picture and not your picture with someone else's name. Okay, so I'll continue answering those in a second. Okay, so this is the page that you see when you hop into the live platform. This is what students see. So you log in with the details in the emails that I have sent out. And then you have our banner up here, a little video about the fair, welcoming everyone to the fair. You have all of our announcements. You have our social media to see all the fun stuff we have going on. These are all the different tabs that we're going to be clicking through. And then this is on this side right here, on the right-hand side, is our public chat box. It's important to know that we have a public chat box for every page and profile to contribute to. So this is a good opportunity for you every now and then to kind of hop into and be like, hey, everyone, so happy we're at the fair, so exciting. You know, if you're looking for, I don't know, a program in liberal arts, like come check out our booth, and then you post it. So something like, hey, everyone. Oh, yeah, this is a past event, so it doesn't matter. But hey, everyone, you know, just something like that. And then it goes in, and then everyone on the platform can scroll through and look at the different messages and contribute and reply and all that sort of stuff. So this number right here is the amount of messages. This number right beside is everyone who's on this specific page. It's important to know. So every page has this where this is the number of people on the page. This is who's on the page too. And then up here, we have our sponsor logos. So if you're a sponsor, depending on the level of sponsorship, you can have your logo here. This beside the green dot, the number, that's the amount of people on the platform in general, okay? Right here, we have languages that you can click from, and it translates the page. It's important to note that it only translates the main information. It doesn't change like our social media content. It won't change that, or it won't change like the text in the videos. It won't change that. It'll change what's directly on the website. Okay, and then we have accessibility options here. There's lots of fun, good and useful stuff. And from the sounds of it, our developers are adding way more stuff to be way more accessible. So I'm so excited for those to come up. And then this notification bell right here, well, I said it, the bell is the notification bell. So every time you get a new message from someone, every time we post an announcement, every time you register for a session that's coming up, it'll all be here in their private notifications. So we have a new folder of all the new messages that you haven't checked off that you read it. And then once you check it off, bada bing, it goes into your read folder. Awesome. And so these are all the messages that we've read and responded to. Okay, great. And then we'll go through our I'll say here is the private chat box. So if you have anything, or this is where your chats, with students would come up. If you're talking to me, my name would be on there. And then let's see, I don't know. And then in a message here, you can say, hey, and then they get the message there. And then so from this page, once you're in the person's profile, you can join a video call. And if I join a video call, it'll get you set up with all of the necessary requirements to start your video. And then you click join meeting right here. Awesome, so that's the private chat. Just wanna make sure I don't forget anything. And then the absolute next thing you should do when you first get into into the live platform, so you'll come into this page here, the home page, and then the next page you wanna go into is this account page. And this account page is where you build your profile for your exhibitor booth. So how they will see your specific individual profile. So me, my institution, my title, my description, my profile picture, website, Twitter, LinkedIn. If you have a Calendly, you can put it there. Some options. This is automatic, your time zone. It's important to note the time zone is adjusted to where you are located. So all the times that you see on the platform, especially with our info session tab, it says the time for each session, that updates to where you're located. So no need to like, oh, I'm in Eastern time. What is that Pacific time? Don't matter. It's the same thing. It's where you are. And then here is where you change your password. Definitely do that when you first get in as well. And then when you're online, there will be a green circle right around your name and in the public class as well, so people can see that you're online and you're active. So key note here, during the event, try to be on as much as possible so people can see that you're on and be more interested to chat with you. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to talk about is the exhibit hall. So with the exhibit hall, we have all of the schools in this list here. It's very much like social media. I must say that it's very similar to social media, the layout and how everything works. Here is the search that I was mentioning earlier. So if I type in the arts, if you wrote art in your keywords, here, let me go back to that actually as we go along. So under edit profile, we have these keywords here. So if someone types art in this in this box here, and someone's typing art, your school will show up. But if you do not type art, then your school will not show up. Do you see where I'm coming? Okay, great. The next thing is the filters. So these are all the filters that I had listed here under search filters. I'm also keeping track of time. Great. So any of these that you click, if I click I don't know. Here, let's go to hospitality because that was my program. These are all the schools that have hospitality programs, and these are the schools I personally would go look at first because I'm interested in hospitality program. Does that make sense? So if you do not click that, you will not show up here when someone clicks this program. Awesome. So let me unclick that just so we see everyone. Okay, great. So each school, again, I'll use Ludmi's school since she's at the top and I was talking about her profile earlier. They have a landscape photo here. So this was the under edit design. Under edit design, this was the banner. So this is this. I'll actually use our profile since we're talking about that. So the banner is what you input there. And then the next thing we have is your institution name, your tagline. So this was on that edit profile section. We have lots of questions. I'm so excited to answer them. Okay, the tagline, that's here. Okay. Okay, and then these are the social links that we had set, which are here. So any of these links will go here. If you leave one blank, a button won't show up is basically it. I'm online, so I have a green dot or green circle around my profile picture, my name, my title, my institution. If I want to start a chat with me, I can. Hey, and then hey. And then that's my LinkedIn there. And that's the flyer that I mentioned is under file uploads. The flyer that I uploaded is here. The description here is under edit profile. Under here, oof, missed it. There you go, under the organization description. And then this is the YouTube link, which you put under links here, just the video. So that shows up there. And then you play it and it plays on the screen. So it doesn't go into YouTube, it just it's right here. Awesome. And then every every exhibitor booth has their own public chat box. Going forward, I will be more active in my booth chat there. But so, for example, schools here actually do contribute, and anytime students hop in here, they will see any messages. So you might want to say, we offer great arts programs, or we offer great scholarships. I'm hosting an info session later. You should come and see it. That's what you would put here. Okay. Let me make sure I got to everything. Okay. Next thing is the info session tab. So with the info session tab, we have all the info sessions listed that are taking place during that fair. We have the titles, we have the person who's going to be speaking, the date and the time. Again, this time is adjusted to where you're located. And search and filter for the different sessions. So each session again has their own profile, just like the exhibit hall. So the session title, time and date. The session will actually play directly on this page in this box. Once I click go live on my side, it'll go live here, and then no one has to click into Zoom or anything. It's directly on the platform. They can add to calendar to make sure they are extra prepared and reminded. And then you have your speaker profile. So this was the profile that I was talking about when we went here. So for speakers, this is a really great reminder. When you fill out the My Profile tab in the speaker portal, all this information, that edits this speaker. And then if there's multiple speakers will be listed under the speakers heading. And then the description is also this, the about me. Not the about me. It's actually not the about me. It's under information. No, if I click the wrong one, it's info sessions. Yeah, the session the description that I said do not change. Don't change unless you let me know, and then I'll change it for you. So this is here. Awesome. And when you want to attend a session for everyone out there, you're going to click that plus button, and then it gets added, and you'll get a reminder right before the event. And then these public chat boxes are also really key and something that you should keep an eye on if you're a speaker. Look how many students are collaborating and asking questions. You know, this is a great way to kind of hop in and be like, oh, let me answer all of these questions. A great way to get someone's attention and exposure and engagement. The booth visits tab. This tab shows all the people who have actually looked at your specific profile and your exhibiting profile. And so these are everyone who looked at our profile, and I can go in and I can start a chat with them right from this page. Awesome. And then let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. Okay, great. And then the last thing I wanted to mention was the help and information tab or help and instruction tab. By clicking the help button there, you get a little demonstration from me on how to use the platform. And that's very similar to this, but it's you won't see my face. It's just me narrating as I go along. And then I'm basically discussing all of this information which we have typed. So we have both text and video, whatever you prefer. We got it both. So that's the, that's the information tab here. Awesome. And then there's a logout button. Other than that, that is about it for the portal. So please ask, the platform, please ask any questions you have for me in the Q&A and chat box. And I'm going to go through and answer all those questions right now. Okay. Okay, so is there a way to change the profile name so it reflects? As I said before, yes. Just send me an email and I can change that for you. So someone asked me, great question, do you think one representative from each school is enough, or should I have more than one rep attend the fair? So this is what I suggest. We only allow one booth rep per institution. So that means that technically only one person should be manning the booth. But what I suggest is to actually have that address, that email address, changed to like a general inbox, so like an admissions at or international admissions at, just so in case you want more than one person manning your booth, everyone sees what messages that you've been sending and all that sort of stuff, and so you're not double responding to everyone. Either have a general email as a username, or share your user information, like your personal one that I provided you, share that with them if you're comfortable, and then they can hop in here. But we only allow one booth rep. Let me know if that answers your question, and if not, or if I didn't explain it very nicely, let me know. Okay, answered that. Then, Done. Okay. Oh yeah, so another question, is it possible to have more than one team member to log on to the platform? Technically, as I mentioned, we only have one booth rep, but if you want more than one person to be on manning your booth, please send me an email and I'll tell you what options we have. We can either change your email username, or we can or you just can share your login details with your teammates. Okay, that's done. When collecting leads, perfect. So I'll talk about leads in a second, but the question is, do you ask for WhatsApp numbers? So we don't ask for specifically for WhatsApp numbers. It's something that I can bring up if that's something that you're interested in having in the future. You can make a note about that for WhatsApp numbers, but we do ask for phone numbers. So people do tend to provide both like one or two numbers, like a home number and a cell phone number sort of thing. And most of the times the WhatsApp number is the cell phone number, but I can make a note of that if that's something you're interested in. So, but about leads, if you're an exhibitor, you'll get two lists of leads right after the end of the event. The first one is everyone who attended or everyone who viewed your specific profile, and the second one is the database. So everyone who attended the fair with all the details that they've answered in our registration forms. Okay. And if you're a speaker, you'll get two more, one of everyone who signed up and registered for your profile, for your session, and one of everyone who actually attended your session. So if you're a speaker, you'll receive 4 lists of leads. If you're an exhibitor, you'll receive 2. All right, that was answered. Okay. The question that is asked a lot is there a way to make one exhibit booth and have it applied to multiple events? Unfortunately, our developers are working on it. It's not something we have at the moment, but what we're really hoping to have in the near future, and I have gotten confirmation that it's on the horizon from our developers, but you have to create your profile every time. Every time I create an event, I create a new event and I make it from scratch basically. So that includes exhibitors and speakers putting in all their information once again. But for the future, it's on the horizon. Okay. For the account information on the live platform, you put your personal information and not the college's information. So for the account information on the live platform, you put your personal information and not your college information. So it's whatever you're comfortable with, I will say. If you want to put your information so that students are directly contacting you, go for it. If you want them to have contact um, with like your team, put general like admissions or international student services information there, and then they will that's who they'll be in contact with. It's completely what you're comfortable with. Okay. Yeah, so again, another question about to have 2 different profiles per organization. We don't do it because the way that the system is set up, not if you have a different profile, let's say one person is talking to a student, the other person won't know that that person responded to that student, and then that student will get 2 replies from 2 different people. So it makes things confusing. So we say just we'll have one booth rep per school for now. So I have a question here. maybe if I'm not understanding it correctly, if you can just have more clarity, but it says, are automatically speakers that can hold info sessions. So info sessions are an addition. So if you want to speak, we have both group and solo speaking options. It is an upgrade, and you can speak to your sales representative about that. How do you mark your profile with the green circle indicating you are live? So you don't have to do anything actually. If you're on the platform, if you're logged into the platform, then you'll have a green circle. It may take like a minute or two just for the system to kind of update it everywhere, but it should be there. Can you video chat with multiple students at a time? So the right answer would be no. You can only video chat with one student at a time, unless you're obviously doing an info session, but then it's a webinar and you don't see their faces. But it's only one student at a time for the video chat within the private chats. And if you do want to have multiple like kind of like a group conversation, I can make a note for myself to look into that for the future. Perfect. I just have my notebook here, which I'm writing everything down. Okay. Please, any feedback or things that you think we can improve, let me know. If only one rep, how do you advise managing a booth while presenting an info session? So this would be, so if you are speaking and you're curious about how can I kind of do two things at once, man my exhibiting booth and also speak, this is a perfect example of having that general email as your username, or even providing your details with your colleagues so that they can man that booth for the hour or as long as it is. Okay. Yeah, so I'm confused when the fair starts in my time zone. I am in Central Time, and so for the fair, for that fair, so the person asked, I'm participating in the student fair for Mexico, Central America, Caribbean, and South America on April 9th. And or this person is confused about what the time would exactly be. So I'll tell you the Eastern time is 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. So I can, uh, um, uh, so yeah, so 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern time, whatever that would be Central time, that's what it is. I- okay. Okay, that's that. Uh, well, we get the recording today. So this recording, um, I will have it edited. I'll have it edited right after we finish with this session, and it should be posted by tomorrow. This recording right here. Yeah. Wait, is it for April 7th? So we have 4 events coming up. We have April 7th is Study in the USA. April 9th is a student fair for for all those regions I mentioned, which it was for Latin America, South America. So it's Central America, Caribbean, and South America and Mexico. That is all for April 9th. And then April 14th is Middle East, Africa, East, and I believe it's Central Asia. And then we have April 16th, which is Southeast Asia and Oceania. Yeah, so I hope that answers your question. Uh, so there's 4 different dates. So I thought it was 6 a.m. Eastern time. So it's 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. for study in the USA. It's 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. for April 9th. It's 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. on April 14th, and it's 2 a.m. to 8 a.m. on April 16th. Those are all in Eastern time. Sorry, what is the time for April 7? April 7 is 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you very much for the session. You're welcome. Okay, I have some more questions in the chat. Let me see what I got here. I hope everything went well, and I hope everyone enjoyed the session. If I didn't explain something correctly, please don't hesitate to send me an email. I love chatting with all our clients and seeing what questions come up. Okay. I'm just going through the chats here. Will we get the recording today? It'll be on our YouTube channel as of tomorrow. Could you mention the 3 emails again? So I believe I actually answered this earlier. How do you get to the exhibitor portal? So you get to the exhibitor portal from the email. You just in the email, there's a button, visit the exhibitor portal. All you gotta do is click that button and then you're there. I answered that. So the thumbnail appears. Let me show you. So if you don't put a thumbnail, your logo, if you don't put a thumbnail, so the thumbnail is here, is right beside your university name. So it has your university name in the list with your tagline, and then so Rose Holman Institute of Technology, their icon is the R. So they have the R. So if you don't put that icon, it won't show up here. And then, sorry, another thing from that question, in the public chats and private chats, you'll see your profile picture. Also you'll see your profile picture on your profile on the exhibitor booth. Okay, going back to my chats. Okay. Yeah, if my supervisor and I are splitting the time, can we swap in and out? Of course. Just make sure you're sharing your login details with the other person again. Perfect. Answered her question. This was very informative. Amazing. I'm glad everyone found it helpful. Yeah, actually, that's a great idea. So I'm going to type the times in the chat box here so everyone knows. I have them just on the side of me. So April 7th is 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. April 9th. Please, if you have any more questions, I'll answer them in just 1 second. I just want to make sure everyone gets these details. Okay. Okay, so it's 2 o'clock. I am just gonna wrap up with a couple more questions. Final questions. Thank you. Did we get the exhibitor emails? You should have received the exhibitor emails. You should have received all the emails for if you're in any of the events besides the 16th. If you are participating in the event on the 16th, you'll get them on Monday morning. Okay, amazing. But yeah, any other questions? If not, it was great doing this. And I'm so excited to be doing more of these for our upcoming events. And if you have any suggestions or feedback, feel free to send me an email. I would be happy to take you up on all that offer. Amazing. Great. Okay, I guess what I'll do is I'll wrap up and say thank you, and I'll see you at the fairs. Bye now.